and welcome back to Breshaun. Our next guest is Philip French, author of a new book for students and parents of students headed off to college this fall. Phil French's Tales of a Freshman Fiasco. First, tell us, Phil, where did you go to college?
Indiana University in Bloomington. Go Hoosiers! Woo, 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 woo. Best 10 years of my life.
Really? Now, according to your book, you had trouble adjusting to college life, and this made it difficult for you for all 10 of your undergraduate years, right? Now, this all started at new student orientation.
That's right, Breshaun. I sort of zoned out during orientation. I mean, come on, I thought it was going to be a buzzkill, you know what I mean? But I really wish I would have paid attention. They tell you lots of valuable information that you can use later on in your college career. Those first-year experience program people really have their act together when it comes to helping a new IU student become a part of the Hoosier family.
Now, we have a photo from you, from your book,
Uh-oh.
and I believe that this first picture is from the first day of new student orientation.
Yeah, that's me. I was so dumb. Oh, that's right, when they're talking about roommates in the residence halls. I wish I would have listened to that, because then I would have found out that it is impossible to make changes to your roommate assignment after August 1st. You see, I had a friend from back home, and the two of us wanted to room together, but we didn't get our contract in on time. So I ended up having to be roommates with this real big loser. I mean, I thought my parents were going to do all that, you know, but I'm in college now. I need to learn how to do that stuff on my own.
Now, you also had difficulty just getting a meal on campus.
Yeah. I heard about these things called iBucks. Now, I thought iBucks referred to getting an IU basketball ticket to go see them play the Ohio State Buckeyes. So that confused me. But it turns out that iBucks refers to money spent on different types of meal plans. There are all sorts of different meal plans to choose from. There's even something called an e-meal program where you can order your meals online. You know, between cafeterias and cafes and food courts, there are all sorts of great places to get a decent bite to eat at IU.
So overall, what was your experience like living in the residence center?
Oh, it was great. I mean, I spent all 10 years in one of the residence centers. I even set a record for the most years living on campus by a student. What's up, Eigerman? Yeah! Oh, it's such a good time, and I had this great resident assistant that taught me a lot of stuff about the campus. You know, I was a little nervous at first, moving into a residence hall, but you know, after a while, you find people to hang out with, you make friends. There was this one time where a couple of my buds, they got me out in the hallway, and they duct taped me to the wall of the hallway. I know, how great is that? And I had lots of great experiences like that in the residence halls. And you meet so many new people and so many new experiences. If I had been living off campus at one of those big mega apartment complexes by myself, I would have missed out on all those experiences.
Speaking of experiences, you mentioned in your book you had a rather unpleasant experience after taking a hike near a local lake.
Oh yeah, that is a day I will never forget. I was out hiking out by Griffey Lake, and it was right before Little 5 weekend.
Little 500, the famous bike race.
Yeah. If I had only known.
Known what?
If I had only known that IU had a health center.
Why?
Well, you see, I was bit by the rare Hoosier wolf tick. Now, it's only found in and around Bloomington, and legend has it that it only bites freshmen. As you can see, it has some pretty nasty side effects.
Wow, that's bad.
Yeah. Well, I hid in my room for 2 days before asking my RA for help, and he told me about the health center. Now, you see, every student at IU pays a fee for the health center, so that means we can all go there whenever we want. And it's as easy as going to your family doctor. Now, at the health center, they can help you out with physical health, mental health. They can help fill prescriptions up. You can even go there and get a massage.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, in my case, I needed an antidote to being the tick man. So Luckily, they had seen this case several times before, and they were able to help me out. Guess the legend must be true. It only took a couple of days before the hair and the fangs started to go away, but I have to tell you, it is not cool to look like a monster during Little 5 weekend. That turns the dates off big time. They all thought I was a creeper.
I can imagine. How awful. I suppose that is about as embarrassing as it can get.
Well, there were my grades the first couple of years. Those were pretty embarrassing too. You see, I thought that coming to IU was going to be easier than high school. I mean, in high school, you read all the material and then you had to repeat it for the exam. And in high school, you had to show up for class every day. So I thought, you come to college, you don't really have to go to the classes, you just cram for the exams, right? Have you ever tried cramming for an exam? It is wicked awful trying to cram for an exam. Oh my gosh, and let me tell you something, all the freshmen out there, do not use energy drinks as study partners. They do not help you study.
They really didn't.
Oh my goodness, no. After like 10 of them, I couldn't concentrate at all. I'm looking at my math exam notes and the numbers are like jumping all over the page, right? And then I couldn't sleep for 3 days, and then I finally fell asleep and I slept through the exam. So then I tried to use extra credit to catch up my grade, right? But some classes don't even offer extra credit. And then other classes, I didn't even know how to study for them. At the end of the semester, I got kind of desperate sometimes.
You didn't cheat, did you?
Breshaun, no way. That'll get you kicked out of school. No, you can't even paraphrase somebody without citing your sources at IU. No, it just took me a few years to realize that there are plenty of people on campus that can help you with your academic life. There are advisors, there are professors, there are special programs, and they all helped me get my grades back on track.
Okay, Phil. Now, we heard that not all of your problems were in class. You even state that you couldn't even get into a class because you had trouble paying tuition. Not enough money for college?
No, I had the money. I just didn't know the best way to pay my tuition and fees. I learned at orientation that every student has an account with the bursar's office. Now, the bursar account is what Indiana University uses to bill students for their tuition and their fees. At the bursar's office at Franklin Hall, every student has an account set up for them. It turns out that there are many ways that you can pay your bursar bill.
Yes, you even put a chart in your book. That helps. Let's take a look.
Right. Well, as you can see, you can go over to the bursar's office in Franklin Hall, and you can pay with cash or with a debit card in person. Or you can send a check in the mail. But what I found is that the best way was to pay online through OneStart.
OneStart. What's that?
OneStart is IU's main website for a lot of the ins and outs of campus life. It's like a virtual community that can help you with studying, working, and collaborating with people on campus, and it's also where you can easily pay your bursar account. Now, my parents are not exactly the most tech savvy, but even they could do it once I set them up as authorized payers through OneStart. But I didn't want to have to rely on my parents anymore, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I'm on my own and it's fun, but it's about time I start learning how to pay my own bills. Now, the bursar's office sends out e-bills to your IU email account, so you really have to make sure you keep up with your IU email account. The bursar's office does not send bills through the mail. Now, when you get an e-bill, it's great because it tells you what your charges are and it tells you when you need to pay them by. Then you just go on over to OneStart and you take care of it. No problem. And if you have any questions, you just go to the bursar office's website or you use your Hoosier Resource Handbook. You know what?
What?
I even wrote a little rap about it to help the freshmen remember. Check this out. Oh, you feel that beat?
No.
Oh, That's that old school. You like that?
No.
Check this out. Check this out. Yo, I'm Phil, the oldest freshman at the Big IU, telling y'all how you can pay for school. When you get the e-bill for you to read, that's when you know the green you're gonna need. But don't let paying put you in a daze. Go to One Star, type in your passphrase. One Star, that's the way I paid all 10 years that I stayed. It's just that easy with the Breshaun man. And yo, if I can do it, I know you can. I'm just Phil, speaking true, doing what I do. Helping so my Hoosiers won't be losers. B-Town, 812.
Phil, that has got to be the worst rap I have ever heard. No, really, it was awful.
Whoa. Don't be a hater, Breshaun. Don't hate, appreciate.
Let's just move on. Now, Phil, once you finally got your act together at IU, you had to pick a major and set career goals. And initially, you chose an unconventional path.
Well, I really like animals, so I was thinking about being a lion tamer, right? Yeah, I know, that'd be cool, right? But my third freshman year at IU, I finally took Q294. And what that is it's a class that's designed to help you explore different job possibilities and career possibilities, right? I should have taken that class much sooner. On top of that, I also went to the Career Development Center and used their services and their resources.
How did that go?
Well, lion taming is not exactly a growing field.
Yeah, no kidding.
And it's not even something that you can major in at IU. So luckily, some of my aptitude tests showed that I might be better off writing about lions instead of getting into the cage with them. So I decided to become a creative writing major.
I see. So that's how you ended up writing your book.
You got it. That was my final undergraduate project.
Well then, you finally graduated and you have a new book out. What are your future plans?
Lion taming.
Oh, wait, you said that you weren't going to.
No. I'm writing a book about lion taming. Yeah, it's called Putting Your Head in It, Lion Taming for Fun and Profit.
Really? Well, Phil, best of luck with that. Any last advice that you can offer IU freshmen as they're entering college this fall?
Yeah. Don't do what I did. Pay attention and take responsibility for your own experience, starting with orientation. What you learn at the beginning of college can help you the whole way through. And be sure to check out those websites. They'll give you a lot of information on the different services. And also check out that Hoosier Resource Handbook that each new student gets. You know, my 10 years at Indiana University were great, but I could have gotten my degree a whole lot sooner. I've heard that there are people that come to IU and they get their degree in 4 years. I thought that was amazing. I could have been writing books a whole lot sooner, and I've got so many great book ideas. There's alligator wrestling and gorilla wrestling. There's cat corralling, there's ferret finagling, there's tarantula training, there's otter organizing.
Phil?
Oh, you know what you can do with an ostrich? You can take an
Thanks for
ostrich
coming
and
on
put
the
the
show.
skin on its back, and you start to ride around the countryside on
Get the
an
book.
ostrich.
Goodbye, everybody.
I'd like to hear about that. And also with cheetahs, you can race cheetahs. I think that's really good. Maybe you can have me back sometime for that.
No.